Hey, good afternoon, Gilbane team. Welcome to the United Rentals Business Review. The last topic we discussed was Gilbane moving over to Coupa Central Purchasing and some of the real pain points you have about going over to the new system and really controlling cost. I mean, that's the real reason why you wanted to go over to the Coupa system. And how can United Rentals help and be a partner in that process? So today we have to take a look and we have to ask ourselves the fundamental question about growth. And you ask yourself, is growth always good? You know, in your scale, your commercial or industrial development business in this economy, first of all, it's truly a feat. But growth, is it really good just to have a lot of equipment on that job site? So you think the more projects, the more work sites you have, the more equipment, the better off you are. You would think that your profit margins should increase exponentially, right? Well, not necessarily. As you know, every job has its own unique needs. And the more you scale, the greater chances are you'll lose visibility into your equipment portfolio. You could be hoarding equipment that's not in use, ordering duplicate equipment that's not needed, or underutilized equipment that you already have on site, all which adds up to waste. So your whole goal with Coupa is to really collect more data, see more data, and to do more. And collectively, that's the goal with total control. So the alignments of the two systems are perfect. So what if you could see meaningful information that will allow you to control your rental costs? What would it mean to your bottom line if you could continue to expand the business while stemming the financial bleeding and keeping those profit margins intact? Well, with total control, you really can do just that. You'll keep all your costs and projects across all kinds of work sites on track by sharing information between key players faster than before. You can view your rental and purchases spent in real time and manage your budget all along the way. How would that be a benefit to Gilbane? So we talked about reporting. Joe, I know you talked about pulling the data from Coupa, pulling the data from other sources, and how do we really save time? How do we share information faster? Well, using total control, you'll basically save the time on pulling information together by generating scheduling custom reports. You can easily access your past equipment spend data to create new bids with accurate information. You'll make informed decisions about rental equipment purchases by forecasting project fleet needs. You'll have quicker information at your feet. Using the Total Control program, you can avoid waste, coding invoices, allocating costs, all after the fact. You'll have a visibility on need on reservations, contracts, which really allow you the time to ensure open rentals, and you have the correct billing information from the start. You can view up-to-date incurred costs and what's expected to bill, plus document and code equipment rentals to subcontractors. You know, most of your business is CM. You hire a lot of subcontractors, so that information on your fingertips would be important. And as we discussed in the last meetings, what do you think about that? So Coupa manages a lot of your POs, and with Total Control's PO tracker, you can set a budget for all your projects and monitor your balance, run reports, and projected costs to keep on track. You can look at your PO trending in Coupa, match it to Total Control, and discover any variances. So thus, you're basically managing your budget. So we did a case study with Becky Kolinsky, who with Stevens Engineers. They're in Indiana. The company grown almost 30% in the previous 3 years. Equipment costs, rentals were really escalating just as fast. So fortunately, Stevens really had a good understanding of total control. And as a result of it, using the system, they were able to save $1.2 million over 3 years by just managing the utilization, managing the alerts, making sure there's no duplicate equipment on the project. So this GPS technology allowed them to really engage in a lot of savings. How do you feel about using that same GPS for Gilbane engaging in those savings? So at the end of the day, we want to collect more data, we want to see more data, we want to integrate into Cooper, and we really want to do more with less. So where do we go from here to engage additional stakeholders within the Gilbane organization to really share some of the best practices of total control and put those in place? What's our next step?